Hi, if you've gotten this far, you've probably watched all the frequently asked questions stuff, which is good, but we're behind the scenes here at the firm because we want to give you the real inside scoop. These are the should ask questions. These are the questions that even our savviest clients don't know to ask. But we know as lawyers that focus our practice on trusted estates planning and do a lot of work for sophisticated families, the stuff that you don't know to ask, and that's what we're going to do right now. Hi, welcome back. We're talking about the should ask questions, the questions that really make the difference in how successful a family's estate plan is. One of the questions that we get asked by really savvy people is, how much does this cost? But one of the questions they should be asking is, how do I know what type of attorney to hire, what level of experience I need, how much I have to spend to get what I want? See, the problem is this. In most states, and Pennsylvania is one of them, if you break your arm or your leg and you want to locate a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, it's pretty easy to do. In Pennsylvania, however, if you pass the bar exam, you could begin to develop skills by practicing and focusing your practice in a particular area. But there's no board certification for trust lawyers or estate planning lawyers. In fact, people aren't even allowed to say they're specialists in these areas. That's a violation of the ethics rules for Pennsylvania lawyers. So that has a disadvantage. There's a disadvantage to the consumer. How do we know if we're getting the right level of expertise? Well, for example, some families, they own a home, they have a car, a CD in the bank, and an IRA. Well, they may be able to do their planning if they have no children on LegalZoom. They may want a general practice lawyer, or they may even want a lawyer that focuses their practice in the trust and estates area because they think that their situation is a little bit more complicated. But they may not need to spend that additional money. However, the minute you have children, the minute you have a vacation home, the minute you have a closely held business, the minute that you have stock options, your estate planning needs have suddenly become way more sophisticated. And there, you're probably going to want to make the jump from using an automated system or a computer-generated will, or even working with a general practice lawyer where you're paying a couple of $100s. You may spend a few $100s more to get somebody that works in this area day in and day out. Why does that matter? Well, a lawyer that practices in the trust estates area with some consistency is going to help you to make sure that you make the way you hold your assets match how the documents are supposed to work. They're going to ask you to check your beneficiary designations of your life insurance policies, your IRAs, your 401ks, your 403bs, your pension and profit sharing plans. They're going to get you to check to make sure that you own property jointly. So it's going to be a completely different experience with a different result, and that result is usually, if they help you to get more organized, that it is easier, simpler, and less expensive for your family. So the question isn't, how much is it going to cost? The question is, how do I find the right lawyer? And one of the ways to do that is to interview one or two of them, to call them and to ask them, how do you bill? What kind of experience do you have? How much experience do you have administering estates and trusts? Because lawyers that help executors and trustees administer estates and trusts learn a lot through that. These are the questions that you ask. You ask how they're going to bill. You ask if you could get that first appointment free. Also, look at the resources they provide. Look at their website. Look at the books they've written. If they have lots and lots of information that they're giving you to help you to become an informed consumer, that's a good sign. It's not dispositive, but it's a very good sign. So look at that, make an appointment, interview them, and hire the person who you're comfortable with at the right fee, because you need to tell them lots of important and intimate information in order for them to do a good job. I hope that helps. Thank you. If you liked that video, if you enjoyed it, if you found value in it, if it gave you information you didn't know about before, then you're going to want to see the other videos. We have some of the most frequently asked questions that clients ask lawyers on the topic of sophisticated estate planning and estate planning for families that have family-owned businesses and family-owned vacation homes. If you'd like a lot more, including the questions that you should be asking and maybe don't even know to ask, but that we as lawyers know you should be asking, then just sign up, click on the link below, and we're going to send you a ton more videos. Frequently asked questions that you need to know the answers to succeed as a family in your sophisticated estate planning, and maybe more importantly, the should ask questions, the questions that you don't even know that you should be asking. Thanks again. Click on that link and enjoy.